Good morning and welcome to Onward in Love and Caregiving. This morning I want to begin. It is Friday, December 8th, but last evening was the beginning of Hanukkah. And so, to all of our Jewish friends who are celebrating Hanukkah, that very wonderful time, the festival of lights when the menorahs are lighted, one candle each evening. It's a very, very special time as they are reviewing all the principles of the Jewish faith and celebrating the dedication of the Second Temple. And I wrote it down in 164 BCE. That's a long time ago, but it's a very exciting and very important time. And it's a time of great celebration and joy. And to all of you, blessings and a joyous, joyous Hanukkah. This is also the coming on Sunday, the second Sunday in Advent. So the Christians are beginning that period leading up to the Christmas Eve and the Christmas Day. And so this is the second Sunday in Advent, that time that's preparing. It's a time of going within, a time of reviewing. And because of where it comes in the secular calendar, it's also a wonderful time to look back over the past year and be preparing for a new year that celebrates also on December 25th the birth of the Christ child. So it's a time of great celebration. And then, of course, comes Kwanzaa. So once again, I remind each and every one of you, this is a time of high spiritual energy. No matter what religious tradition, no matter what faith tradition, no matter what belief system that you're dealing with or that you're having trouble with, that's what life is all about. We're finding, where do we fit in? How do we understand it? And that involves connecting with our spiritual center, that spark of the divine, by whatever name you may call it, that was given to you at birth. And so often the ego, edging God out, we talk about, but that divine within you is there to guide, to bless, and to walk with you through your entire life. And who else walks with us? Our families. Family is a very special word. I feel bumps just as I say that. This past weekend was very, very special to me. My sister came for a Christmas visit here, and it's something I've always wanted, and it happened. We had a marvelous, marvelous time together with my present husband, Donnie, and a friend of hers who joined her. I was very proud of Kathy. The two of us were very blessed as children. We were the only brother and sister. Our parents were both only children, and all of the grandparents were alive. So we were 8, and then 7, and then 6, and now we're 2. Our parents have died in the last number of years. And this last year, my sister became a widow. My late husband had died 12 years ago, so I had been down that road before. And so I wanted to do anything I could to be helpful. And I was so thrilled when Kathy called me and said, "I'm coming to New York." Well, you could have knocked me over, but it was wonderful. She realized that this was going to be difficult. We've talked about this many times on the topic of grief. The first year, the first Christmas, the first Hanukkah, the first Kwanzaa, the first whatever, the birthday, the anniversary, those are very difficult times. And we all need to be sensitive to that. But the only person who can choose to make the decisions is the person who is in experiencing the grief. And Kathy felt that going someplace that she's been to New York before, but never at Christmas, that this would help her and we had a jam-packed time. The wonderful concert at the Marble Church. We were at the Met Museum. Of course, the Radio City Music Hall, and shopping in the Christmas villages and the lights and the tree. It was wonderful. It was a very joyous and positive time. And so my heart has been very much on the topic of family, because it's with Kathy that I learned a great deal about family caregiving. And I've referred to this on a number of occasions with you. I may travel the world talking about family caregiving. I have written on it. It's a passion of mine, as you all well know. However, in our family, my sister, because she lived physically where my parents lived, was the primary caregiver. And early on, as we began to make the decisions for end of life care for both mother and dad, and we did it in conversation with them, we started in early. It was something I wanted to have done so that we could have a sense of what they wanted and honor, and at the same time set a strategy that would work for Kathy and would work in Wisconsin, because each state has a different way of doing things. I've served on many of the committees in Washington, but each state has its own ways, and we wanted to be ready and prepared. And that's something for all of us to remember. And so when the time came, I put a note by each, at that time I had landlines, by each of the landlines that said, Kathy is the primary caregiver. And we found that to be very helpful. And we all supported her. Each one of us, friends and family, our team caring for the family. But we always deferred to her as the primary caregiver. And so I share that once again with you because I want you to know it's extremely real and extremely important for all of us to do. Also, when I say the word family, I immediately become overjoyed because there are two words, and we all share in this. And too often people get a bit confused, so I like to spend a moment just talking of it. My sister, obviously, is my blood family, my family of origin, or my birth family. But I also have many families of choice. Frankly, my apartment house here is a family of choice. I chose to live here. I also belong to a church. I belong to organizations. I belong to AA. That's an enormous family of choice. People who are loving, people who are supporting, and people who are caring. And we need to name that. This does not mean we don't like our family of origin. Every family of origin has their challenges. And if you say you don't, hang on, they will be coming. That's life. There can be dysfunction in the most perfect of families, but we're never the families of television, thank God. We go deeper, and that can cause issues. But we also, because we move to other areas, we relocate, we have what are known as families of choice. And so during this holiday season, I urge all of you to express your gratitude, not only to your families of origin, but also to your families of choice, those who are there to walk with you, to guide you, and to support you, and to love you. I like this. It was a quote that I read earlier this week in one of the daily words from Unity. No matter who else comes or goes in my life, my family is a constant presence. They are the way I can feel the presence of God, however you understand that, on earth. I can feel the presence of God on earth. For each and every one of us is a piece of the divine. And we become the hands, the feet, the eyes, the heart of the divine expressed to one another. So what is the greatest present you can give to another family member? The greatest present is your presence. Your presence and your love. For every theology, at the root of it is love. And caregivers, that's what you have been doing for years and years and years. Blessings to you. And I'm going to end this special broadcast with one of the prayers that I have always loved. We've used it before, but we're going to do it in 3 segments. The prayer of loving kindness. Now, first of all, I want you to see yourself, whether you're looking in a mirror, you're looking in your computer, wherever you may be. See yourself surrounded in divine light, healing, and love. Sit comfortably, feet on the floor, hands open, receiving the blessings that are now coming to you. And we pray. May I be safe. May I be happy and at peace. May I be healthy and strong. And may I have the ease of well-being to accept all conditions of the world. And it is so. Now, picture your family of origin, both those living and those who have died. See them all, the great crowd of witnesses, and those with whom you are living today, wherever they physically may be. Surround them in light, love, and healing as we pray for them. May you be safe. May you be happy and at peace. May you be healthy and strong. And may you have the ease of well-being to accept all conditions of the world. And it is so. And now our many families of choice. Each and every one of you in my life, everyone outside this window, I'm looking up 8th Avenue here in Manhattan. But for the entire human race, never have we needed this more. And in our own simple, loving manner, let us hold them all in love, in light, and peace. And we pray. May you be safe. May you be happy and at peace. May you be healthy and strong. And may you have the ease of well-being to accept all conditions of the world. And it is so. Happy Hanukkah. Blessings to each and every one of you who are with us today. Thank you for being with me on this program, Onward in Love and Caregiving. I'm Greg Johnson, and I send my love to each and every one of you. God bless, and I'll see you real soon.